What's going on, everybody? Drew Nelson here again, doing another dip review for you guys, and this time I'm going to be reviewing something that I actually saw at the gas station today. I was going to go Cope Straight like I normally do. I normally just revert to Cope Straight at the very last second, but then I went ahead and got this Skoal Ready Cut Mint, and I had heard people talk about it, and I knew that it was out, but I hadn't seen it, and then in the Kangaroo down the street from the dorm, they had the little advertisement things up in front of the things where they keep all the tins, and it said Skoal Ready Cut on it, so I was like, oh fuck, like, better try that. And my initial impression on these is that, number one, they're great if you want to dip and you don't want to be a pussy and like dip pouches. And now, like, obviously I'm not going to call you a pussy if you dip pouches. Like, that's I don't know, because I know that some people do, and it's just like, yeah, dude, you're like a pussy if you take pouches, but like, yeah, that might be true. Like, if you're a first-time dipper and like somebody, I don't know, my first dip, someone was like, yeah, here, like, take this, and just pulled out a can of long cut, Skull Cherry long cut, and I took like a big pinch of it, and one of my other friends was like, can I like chew a pouch or something like that? And I just remember my friend's older brother looked at him like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, but the fact of the matter is, eventually, even the most seasoned dipper is going to have to chew pouches, or will choose to dip pouches, like, just at some point. It just gives your gums a break. This kind of does the same thing, without kind of that synthetic, plasticky taste that a pouch normally has. So, if you guys can see, there they are. These are our wonderful cubes of Skoal Mint, and at least my initial, take on it, tastes the same as normal Skoal Mint. There's not a difference in taste. It's just in how it sits in your lip. So I'm going to put one in here and another one in the same spot. And so you can probably see, let me separate them out here a little bit. So there's one right here and one right here, right? As the dip goes on, the one thing that I notice with these and that I really like about these is the fact that it goes in as kind of this dense, compact cube, right? And then as your dip goes on, it kind of like spreads out and becomes almost just like a normal dip. But you can, it's a lot smoother for whatever reason, texture-wise, than normal Skoal Mint. I think it's just because, I mean, any type of stem that is going to be, like, in the processing of this, in order to compact it and to get that, like, uniform cube shape, obviously, I think, I don't know, I was thinking about it, like, if they press it down and they compact it like that, then there must be stems that are, like, forced out or something like that, because this shit is not rough at all. It sits in your gum, like, very comfortably. So for that, I like it. I just spit with them. I know you can, I mean, you could probably swallow it, but I don't know. Sometimes I can swallow it and sometimes I can't. Like today, last night actually, I had like the time of my life, and drank a shit ton. And so this morning I woke up and it felt like my throat had been like thrown in the Sahara, like cooked over a fire in the Sahara Desert in the middle of the summer. Like, it was fucking ridiculous. I woke up and I was just like, oh. So, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, so went out and bought a new pair of headphones, yeah. I lost my fucking good pair of earbud headphones, my really good pair of Able Planets. And those were like noise isolating, like they were perfect. I loved them for traveling, like, especially over the summer when I went to Australia. Like, that was, they were incredible. And I fucking lost them. I have no idea where they're at. So I kind of treated it as an opportunity to upgrade. So if you're into headphones, I just got the Klipsch S4s. And they were only like $80 or something like that. But goddamn it, they sound like headphones that are normally 2-3 times that price. Like, these things are absolutely amazing. I would highly recommend them if you are into headphones. Which brings me to the point that I wanted to talk about, and it's such a hard statement to make, but I realized it the other day, and I'm just gonna come out and say it. in my humble opinion, my very humble opinion, the best band ever, the best band ever, AC/DC, without a doubt. Now you're probably like, some of you are probably like, oh, well all they do is play the same 3-4 chords. True, very true. But the same 3-4 chords that sound great is better than playing a bunch of like complicated shit that doesn't sound good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just listening the other day to the Live at Donington CD, and I just with these things. So like, and I converted all my audio files to lossless or WAV so that they were really high quality. And then I had these, which were, you know, just amazing. And I was just sitting there listening to it, like, listening to music was fucking fun again. Like, holy shit. I was sitting there in my bed, like, or whatever. And I don't know. I listened through all my songs, like, pretty much over again. And I listened to Pink Floyd, Rush, AC/DC, Boston, Yes, Poison, 38 Special Sticks, like, classic rock, anything and everything, like, I'll listen to it. I listen to classical, I listen to rap, I listen to, like, you know, anything. And just at least that night, when I was listening to music that night, every fucking AC/DC song, just like, I don't know, it just, like, it gets you going, it gets your fucking heart pumping and everything. Like, music, like, being musically talented, I would say the best band ever is Rush. Like, that's, you can argue there's probably more obscure bands out there that are, like, you know, really fucking talented and everything, but as far as mainstream classic rock goes, Rush is the most underrated band in history. Geddy Lee, fucking phenomenal. He, like, plays piano, plays synthesizer, sings, and does foot stuff, like, and plays bass with the other hand, like, all at the same time. I'm like, holy shit. Alex Lifeson, also a very underrated guitarist. And Neil Peart, obviously, just a fucking legend. But I started thinking about, like, why is AC/DC, like, I love dipping to AC/DC. AC/DC's been my favorite band since, I don't know, probably 6th grade when I first heard Back in Black. And I was sitting there like, why do I keep coming back to this band that plays the same 3-4 chords, like, whatever. And I settled on that they're good, they're such a good band because it's not about what they play, it's about what they don't play. They're so good at restraining and holding back and not showing you everything, like, right up front, and then all of a sudden they just hit you with, like, this big, like, fat open chord, and you're just like, oh my god, like, this sounds so fucking awesome. And I just think, I don't know, if you go up to the search bar, look at AC/DC Shoot to Thrill, the Live in Munich, I think it was, the Live in Munich part, and probably the interlude that changed my life, the, like, 45 seconds of music that absolutely just changed my life, that, like, takes any and all fucking word. I failed my accounting exam, like, fuck that, I just took a dip and listened to AC/DC and problem solved. But there's a 45-second interlude where, and it starts around 3 minutes and 17 seconds, where Shoot a Thrill, damn, and then there's, like, this fucking break, and then everybody is clapping their hands and shit while Angus is going A, G, D, and it's just, he's lightly picking it, so it sounds like it's building up to something again, and you see all these fucking people just, like, jumping up and down and clapping, and, like, I watch it, and every time I watch it I get chills, like, down my spine, just because I've seen them live. I saw them live in Denver, thank God. It was, like, the greatest night of my entire life. And what is so awesome about it, the fact that you could be the poorest person in fucking Germany, or you could be the, like, Prime Minister of Germany, whatever the fuck it is that they have. And you could be at that concert, and for the length of the concert, and this goes for, like, pretty much every concert, like, that's why concerts are so fucking awesome, because for a few brief hours, nothing else matters except how fucking awesome this music sounds. Like, whether you're a doctor or a lawyer or fucking, like, you know, you're a deadbeat dad, like, I don't fucking know. Like, you're all there, you're all the same person, you're all enjoying the same music. Like, so just fucking, that's why, you know, AC/DC, you look at some of their videos, like, from Buenos Aires, when they did the Live at River Plate, and that was an insane video. Like, I would have sold my fucking soul to be at that concert. So, I mean, there you have it. That's just my opinion. AC/DC is the best fucking band of all time. Every time I take a dip, I usually listen to their Powerage album, which Back in Black obviously is fucking amazing. Brian is a great replacement for Bon. Whatever you say, you can say that you're a purist and that you like Bon better than Brian, but you can't argue with the fact that Brian took over and like AC/DC is still going very fucking strong. Bon was incredible. I'll give everybody that. Obviously, Bon was fucking nuts. Like that dude was just the epitome of rock and roll. Like he just got hammered, banged strippers, like probably did a shit ton of drugs, and he sang great music, and he had an amazing voice, and he never missed a note either, which is fucking insane. But you know, then he drank himself to death, so it's kind of like that lifestyle like bit him in the ass, which sucks because he was fucking so talented. But their Powerage album, 1979, I think, was and still is like probably their best album. I would put it above Back in Black, like without a doubt. Just because they don't try too hard. That's the thing. They don't try too hard to be like fucking awesome. They just play music that sounds good. And as long as music sounds good, like that's really all anybody gives a shit about. Like you don't have to be complicated and play like scales and arpeggios and like, you know, all this bullshit. Just play fucking good music. And so that's why AC/DC is awesome. So, step one, take a dip, capping the review. Take a dip, get your nicest pair of headphones, or go out and buy a sick-ass pair of headphones like these. These are the Klipsch, the S4. I also was considering the Shure SE212s, or 215s rather, and I also have a really nice pair of Able Planets. These are like my really, really big ones, which are fucking incredible. So, oh fuck, I zipped it back up. So, go out, get yourself a really nice pair of headphones, or these. Step 2, take a dip. Step 3, go to your music library, your iTunes library or whatever, and locate your favorite band, whether it's AC/DC or like anybody else. Country, like listen to Copenhagen by Chris Ledoux, like that's a fitting song always. And just take a dip, enjoy the music. That's like my favorite pastime ever. So I hope you guys agree with me somewhat on the pastime. You can say that AC/DC is not the best band ever. I won't get butthurt about it, I fucking promise. But anyways, ending rating on Skoal Ready Cut Mint. Thus far, kind of as the videos progressed, the dip has kind of like spread out, you know, in my gum. It went from that little cube to more spread out, so it's just kind of like a normal dip now. As I said before, tastes the same as Skoal Mint. There really is no difference between it. That's probably why it's just Skoal Mint. It's the same color scheme as the normal long cut mint. Would I dip it like regularly? I would. If I still wanted a decent buzz and I didn't want to dip pouches. I never get like any flavor or any buzz out of pouches. I just like take it because I don't know, it gives my gums a rest and it like fulfills my oral fixation addiction. So if you love dip and you love the flavor of real long cut dip, and you don't want to, I don't know, take a pouch and, I don't know, incur the wrath of your dipping friends, then this is probably the way to go. Flavor is good. It's lasted so far pretty well, and it gives you that nice kind of tingling sensation that mint flavors usually do. So I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. I really like this stuff. I will dip it again. I will buy another can of this stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll be hitting you guys with more dip videos soon, because I now have officially 2 days until I go back home to Colorado, which is going to be fucking nuts. Like, I'll be surprised if my plane lands, because there's probably going to be a layer of smoke that just covers the entire fucking state. So we'll see how that goes. But I will be posting a dip video with my buddy Mick, who, God bless him, just got done with boot camp, just got done getting his ass kicked at Camp Pendleton. So he will assuredly be making an appearance in one of my next videos. So look out for that, and keep on dipping. See you guys.